Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, and today we're going to be playing as Germany, and we're going to see if we can complete Raeder's Plan Z and turn Germany into an absolute naval superpower. Now I know we've played Germany a few times navally, but we've never actually gone after completing the Plan Z, and those who don't know, it basically means we have to build a humongous navy to be able to take out the British, and it is a lot of ships to do in a short amount of time. So we're going to be playing historical. Obviously, we're going to go for the little red icon key historical focuses. We'll do all the paths we can, stick as close to historical as possible with the dates and starting the war. Obviously, the main one is we're going to go Plan Z and not the trade and sub route. So we'll start with a couple of dockyards. We're going to start with an aero research facility so we can get radar on the go. After that, it's all going to be about civilian factories for a while. We need a humongous industry so that we can then start building a lot of dockyards. Research-wise, we're going to go for deck conversions first because we are going to need carriers, so we'll get them on the go. The rest of it will just be the usual electrical engineering and then industry focuses. Just going to finish off this one cruiser because we'll need that. We'll get rid of this one. And then we'll start with just some destroyers to begin with because we do need a lot of these as well. So we'll just keep these on. We'll do Task Force Builder for some good MIO stats. I'm going to try and rush as much conquest as possible in terms of peacefully. So we're going to pump some units out. We want Angeles and Czechoslovakia as quickly as possible just to integrate their industry because it's all going to be about the factory count. We will merge up our fleet here and then we will get it on training in out and about to get some XP on the go. I don't really get this national spirits bonus. Screening bonus when using capital ships only. If you just had battleships, it will get immediately sunk. You do need screens regardless of that. We can now go and get Plan Z though, so we get a couple of fleet and being doctrines. We get a nice MIO where we can get some production cost, and it starts the timer for Plan Z. Plan Z completed, so the timer is on the go. We have 1,800 days, so just shy of 5 years, and we need 10 battleships, 3 battle cruisers, 4 carriers, 20 heavy, 20 light cruisers, and 100 destroyers, and we get a lovely 5% war support and 150 naval XP. So we have got a lot of stuff to do, so we will get on expanding more of our dockyards and a few research bonuses. We do also get this create a Bismarck capital ship, and it starts 2 of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 1936 heavy ships. We're going to design them how we want them. So in this run, I know I could sort of cheese it and just make bare minimum ships to pump them out, but I'm going to make sure that every ship we make is actually a fighting capable ship how I would make if we didn't have the time constraints. So we'll just do a few heavy guns, bit of anti-air, and then we have this nice heavy ship. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this to being called the Bismarck. And what that does with the focus is it tricks it into making these ones instead of the rubbish design that the AI comes up with. So all you've got to do is name it the ship, and it just does this weird glitch where you add a new one, but it will start with the one we have named as the Bismarck. So we will go and start this expand, and we will trick it into making 2 Bismarcks for us. MIFO Expert for the extra dockyard construction speed and reduced consumer goods. Right, so we need to get 1940 heavy ship. That doesn't give us anything, and we need some carriers. So everything is done here, so we're going to switch over to 4-year plan and get our industry on the go. So dockyard output is the same on these, so I'm going to go with concentrated because we need max factories in a state because we only have a certain coastline to be able to build dockyards in, and we need to get as many as possible in those spaces. I know it's well ahead of time, but we have a bonus, so I'm going to go for 1940 heavy ships because then it also allows us to unlock the other focus where we get some half-built ones. So we will go for this. We now have our 2 Bismarck classes here, so they are slightly started. If we check here, we basically have another Bismarck type made. So you can tell this one because it's 1,100 production cost. This is only 900. So this is this weird one that the AI has made, which is terrible. We're making our lovely new ones here. Right, I'm going to need some chromium from Turkey. That's going to be quite a theme to begin with, getting our battleships out. So we're going to do a lot of trading. I have 2 battleships, so I'm going to need 10. So we're going to need another 6 made. Well, another 4 made because there is another focus later on where we get 2 extras in the production. 2.5 dockyard output, yes please. Everything that's going to improve dockyard output we desperately need. Let's go and pick up the Admiral himself as our Chief of Navy to start getting our XP ticking up as well nicely. We can go and get a few of the naval spirits that will help us out. So we currently don't want any of this. We want something... What I'm going to do, actually, think about it, is we're going to go fleet in being, because that's what the game wants us to do for Plan Z. And once we have that, we can go and pick up the global presence, where we get battleship research speed plus 20%, which will help us towards researching our 1940 heavy ship. Let's go and get concentrated industry more for an extra 10% dockyard ahead of time, but we're going to keep doing them because that is a massive for us, the dockyard output there. We will probably go for computing to get research speed as well. Angelis has happened. So we have got some new units, but more importantly, we've got new factories and cores to help us build dockyards. We need a little bit more manpower yet before we can do the Sudetenland and claim Czechoslovakia. So we're going to switch back over and we're going to get construct aircraft carriers, but we're going to do a little cheat again. So we've made our aircraft carrier, rename that. Once this completes, we should get the ones we've designed. And with that focus done, you can see that we have a slightly built carrier, which is nice, so a bit ahead of time. And it has made a duplicate here, where the one in construction is the one we designed earlier. We do need 4 of these though, so we are going to have to make another 3 on top of that one. So we'll add them to the queue as well. I need anything with production cost lowerment, so we'll take that for the battleships. We do have, like I said, 8 of these more to build. Research next. We will go for concentrated industry. We have a nice bonus, so it's well ahead of time, and some more dockyard output. Let's just bump up these divisions with a few more infantry. We don't have the equipment, but it should mean that this manpower jumps immediately up to above 750. Once we've done that, we can go and demand the Sudetenland for the Czechs. Munich conference, so we get some new cores, new factories, and we will immediately go on and try and get the rest of Czechoslovakia as well. Nearly in 38 now, so we're going to switch over to making dockyards. As I said before, we don't actually have that many provinces we can get dockyards, so we'll just finish off these 2 civs, and then we will switch over to mass dockyard building. Fate of Czechoslovakia. We're going to take it all. We're going to gain a few cores there, and more importantly, we're just going to take their factories. 1940 heavy ship is done, which means we can go and do this other focus now, where we get a few little bonuses, 2 new heavy ships in production of the Hindenburg class. So what we will do is we will go and get 1940s, and we will make these again how we want. So a bit of anti-air. We will do the best fire control, which is none. Heavy engine. We will do battleship armor 2. These are going to be our 2 main ones. We're going to have 2 of these big boys. We will have heavy batteries, and then we'll just fill the middle with anti-air. Almost forgot to rename this Hindenburg, so once the focus completes, we should get 2 of these in production instead of the crappy ones that they want to design. So we'll go for this. It also gives us the MIO expansion, where we can get another 5%. Our first 2 battleships have rolled off the line, which means we have 4, only 6 more to go. They are all on the go though. We are still making dockyards because we have nowhere near enough. We've only got 17. Right, that focus is done, which means we have our 2 new partially done, although one of them's barely even touched, which was a little bit annoying. I thought it was more than that. So we have got, instead of this rubbish design, we will decommission that one. We've got our lovely new one here, which is very well designed, if I do say so. And instead of that, we would have got this one with some random bits in it that I don't really... I mean, it does have radar, actually, but that's fine. Ours is far superior to that one. We can get the extra 5% production cost reduction in the MIO, which is nice. Anything that's production cost plus 5. Anything that does production cost plus we don't want. Anything negative we do want. I'm going to go for Spear because he gets 10% dockyard output. You get nothing. And you get dockyard construction speed. Building them is not a problem. It's getting the ships out quick enough where you can only have 5 dockyards on the heavy ships. Annoyingly, after Sea Lion, you get Crossing the Atlantic, where you get a 25% dockyard output, which is incredible. But you have to be at war with the UK, and then you have to basically defeat them because there's a weird is considered a major in Europe and you're at war with. So you have to defeat the UK before you can actually do this. We will need next is 3 battle cruisers. So we'll design some 1940s. We'll keep these relatively cheap. Obviously, we'll put battle cruiser armor on. We will... No, we might as well put the best guns on, I suppose. We'll make them averagely okay and averagely cheap. A nice in-between. So we'll put a couple of guns on it. 3 of these are on the go. So that is the last of our big heavy ships. I know heavy cruisers sort of count, but this is the main capitals we're done. I'm going to change our occupation law to harsh quotas where we get the best local factories plus 25% because we want to build as many dockyards as possible and we'll need the factories. I don't usually go MEFO bill, so I've totally forgot that I've got to keep our consumer goods under wrap with these decisions. We will need some naval bombers for our carriers though, so we'll just put the best torpedo, we'll give it the naval aircraft, and we'll start pumping some of these out for our boats. Right, I'm now out of space that I can build dockyards, so we're going to switch over to mills, and we're going to need to start conquering some land soon. Poland, France, and Belgium and Netherlands is going to be great for real estate for dockyards. I'm going to slightly change this heavy cruiser, I think, so probably just put torpedoes on it. We're going to need 20 of these as well, which is absolutely mental. So we'll give it battleship line, MIO, and we will start making these. And this is going to be the bit that I think gets a bit tight in the end, is whether we can get 20 heavy cruisers out, because obviously you can only have 5 dockyards per cruiser. We have our first carrier out. We obviously want 8T torpedo bombers on it. We'll get that into the main fleet, and we are slowly getting there at the moment. I'm there or thereabouts, so we're going to go for Danziger War July, which will be about September by the time it kicks in, which is pretty much on schedule. Italy has joined us. We will start we'll stop training our troops, and we'll get them lined up ready. Right, we are looking okay. We've got another dockyard, so we're going to keep making heavy cruisers. I usually go welding for 5%, but I think I'm going to go coastal battle fleet for minus 10%. I know we lose the range, but we're only going to be fighting the British, so, you know, it's not exactly far. Right, let's kick off the war then. So, we'll just get all of these on the go. We'll absolutely flatten Poland. Another carrier and 3 battleships. Let's get that into our fleet. Hopefully it doesn't get intercepted. So, we're up to 2 carriers and 9 battleships. So, only 1 more battleship. We can finally start doing the rest of the industrial ones, which give us loads of dockyard output. There's a couple of 5s about, which is great. We desperately need that. We do need some fuel, though, because we do have a lot of tanks and air force going on. Right, that should mean, yes, we have 2 new areas we can start building dockyards, thanks to Poland. Poland is capped. Brilliant. Right, let's immediately get our army over to the Benelux and sneak our way around the Maginot Line. I've got 476 days and we haven't actually done any of them yet. Couple more focuses. We've got 5% dockyard speed and 5% dockyard output, which is brilliant. So we'll pick up both of these. Meanwhile, we are just snaking our way into Paris, completely overloading the French, and we should cap them soon. Right, Triumph in France. Let's go for Vichy because we don't lose that much real estate in the south, and it just makes it a little bit easier for us. We'll stop trading our chromium. We don't need all of that. We only need 1. We are building a lot of heavy cruisers on the go at the moment. We have got some more real estate for dockyards. We will start building dockyards here. We will bump these Raeder and mills down a bit. So we have 3 heavy cruisers. We need 17. So we've got about just over a year because we've got 400 days, so it's about March 41. So by the looks of it, everything is done in 1940, so we should be okay because I have got them right amount here. We will go and steal some gold to keep our consumer goods down, and that way we can build more dockyards because we are absolutely smashing our way through them at the moment. We are less than a year now and we've only done the 4 carriers. This is going to be tight. We are going to need some light cruisers as well. So we're going to make our usual ones of light cruiser battery, the best of everything else we have, the best engine. We won't worry about armor or anything. We'll do the battleship one that is cruisers as well. And then we'll put, normally I put all of these as light cruisers, but I'm going to make it a little bit cheaper. So we're going to do 3 and then we'll do a bit of anti-air as well. Actually, I'm going to switch this one to torpedoes, which is a little bit cheaper then just to make it a bit more manageable. This is huge. We get a lovely 5+ dockyard output and 20% construction speed on them. We're going to go and get a bit of stability because stability does affect dockyard output and it's not great at the moment because obviously we're in an offensive war. I believe is our last battleship. So we've got the carriers and the battleships. We've got the battle cruisers. We are just on heavy cruisers, light cruisers and destroyers. We've got 97 dockyards. Right, we're going to need some destroyers. So these will do just some cheap, averagely okay-ish. We're not cheating. They're not empty. They are okay. We're going to need a lot of these, and we're going to need them very quickly because we are in June. Right, we can add some bits in Denmark as well, which is some lovely more real estate. We will build it in the puppet because I'm going to take that over as well. We need as much area to build dockyards. More destroyers in. We have the heavy cruisers. We need one more light, and then it's all about destroyers. So we've got the next light one being done in a few days. We need 20 more. 20 more in 30 days. Oh, what are we at now? 13. We need 13 more. Are we going to do this? We have 20, 19, 18, 17. With these 10 in, we are literally going to be lacking 3 destroyers. Are we going to get this in on time is the main question. We have got 3rd of Feb, 5th of Feb, 3rd. They are there. And we have got enough days. We have got 12 days. So we're fine. We're absolutely fine. We're actually going to be able to do this. We've got 3 there that can be done in 3 days. So absolutely fine. We're going to have about 9 days to spare, I think. 10 days to spare. It is 10 days and we have completed Plan Z, fulfilled Raeder's promise to provide a massive navy. And we get no event or decision or anything. That is a complete anticlimax. But I suppose we do have this monster of a fleet. I suppose we better get Mr. Raeder in charge of his new navy. And we better get it out and fight the British. Because we only have about 9 months before USA jumps in. So let's get on strike force. We obviously get Green Sea because we have this absolute behemoth of a navy. I'm going to need some spotting ships, but I never thought of this. We should have used these as some of our light ones, but never mind. So we're going to need some radar and some sonar and some spotting planes, and we're going to have to use these quickly. Luckily, we've got a load of dockyards. I'm not going to make any more ships. We're just going to make spotting ships. We're going to have to do it with the whole of the Plan Z. That is it. What has the Brits got? About 380ish. We've got, yeah, quite a lot to defeat here. We'll go and get firefighting drills, and we'll go and get the fire control methods as well to make sure our fleet is actually going to do bits. We will smash our way down the fleet in being, because that's what it wants us to do. And we will pick up the weather expert and aggression for extra attack. He is currently sat here doing nothing because no one wants to attack us. We haven't actually trained our ships up, which is a bit of a mistake, but I think we'll be fine. Our spotting ships are done, which is good because we've sat with our navy and done nothing because we cannot even locate anyone. So we'll split them up to 9. We'll get them on Do Not Engage and we'll let them repair and get them out on patrol around the British Isles, and we shall find them so we can attack them. Right, the first thing we found is 11 Polish. Imagine being the Polish destroyers just casually out and about, and then this behemoth. I mean, we don't actually have 100% screening efficiency. What a crap amount of ships it makes you make where you don't even get 100% screening. If I lose anything here, I'll be very annoyed because surely 11 Polish destroyers is not a match. There is some subs there, but we can't do anything about that. Oh, we did sink one, but we'll just pull out of this thing, I think. We don't actually have naval supremacy. I am up on my intelligence, which is okay. There's a few... Oh, we actually sunk all of those subs. I assume it's our carriers because we have no depth charge. Going to see if I can pull the Spanish in so we can get Gibraltar and actually get access to the Med, because I'm not really having too much luck around Britain. I could just naval invade, but that's pretty pointless. Oh, here we go. We have our first battle of the Iberian coast. We've got 4 carriers. They are 100% screen. This is a very good makeup of a British fleet here. So if we can do damage, I think they're going to run away and we're not going to be able to hit them as quick. Oh, we did get a carrier. We have sniped a carrier, which is a very good start. I have a feeling the rest of them are going to manage to escape because we're not very good at sniping stuff, especially when they've got 100% screen. We did get another battleship, actually. They have then joined with some more battleships and heavy cruisers. Hopefully we get a couple of them at least. It's not looking likely. I mean, I'm not destroying as many screens as I was expecting. We did lose 1 destroyer as well, but we did take 2 battleships and a carrier in the end and a few screens. So that is pretty good to start. Here is something we've obviously caught up with retreating. That's going to get absolutely... Oh, that battleship had nothing. That is another nice victory. A battleship, a couple of cruisers and destroyers. Imagine being that destroyer. Just over the horizon, a humongous German navy just appears out of nowhere. 4 carriers, battleship. They've got some screens, which is a bit annoying. We are in a storm, which doesn't help us either. We should at least... Oh, we got 1 carrier. The others are retreating. We've got a battleship as well, which is very nice. Those screens should just disappear. Hopefully we can catch back up because they won't have... Oh, we did immediately engage them again, and we sunk a carrier and battleship straight away. Those screens are going to disappear, and we will definitely get that other carrier. That is 3 carriers and another battleship done. We are smashing the Brits a little bit here. Yeah, they are down to 300 ships and 7 carriers, 11 battleships already. Engage in the western approaches. What have we got? Just a few screens. That's fine. We'll just smash our way. I could break my task force up, but I feel like this big death stack is just what Raeder wanted. That was his plan all along, was just a big death stack. Spain accepts. Brilliant. They are our puppet, which means they will immediately, I think, yeah, immediately enter the war. And Gibraltar will probably push out. So we'll quickly get our panzers over there just to get the channel. Ooh, we have a carrier here. 1 carrier and a few screens. That should not be a problem. No, carrier's gone before the screens even went. Another... Oh, 3 carriers there. I must have missed that battle. And another one there. We are smashing our way through Britain's carriers. They probably were in Gibraltar, in fairness, when we pushed them out. I'm going to set up some naval invasions because I feel like they're going to be in repairing and bits and pieces and we need to force them out. Plus, it's probably about time. We're in August. We have hit the Brits very hard in the last few months. So we kind of want to finish this off before America jumps in. That is the whole plan. What have they even got? 1 carrier. They are down to 1 carrier, 200 ships and 11 battleships. So they have had a terrible 5 months of it. Operation Sea Lion is done. We have got the channel. We do need fuel though. So quickly trade everything for Iran as well. We might as well get all the fuel we need because we were completely out of it. Whether this lands with 10 in the south is always just... I mean, it's not too bad, actually. They haven't got too much. Let's get our air force, how pitiful it is, up and about, though. Japan has declared on the Philippines, which means we are on a tight deadline. Let's get our navy on to... Oh, it's already on naval support, so that should be helping out. We might be able to take Dover, at least, if we push in. Let's go and do a cheeky force attack just to help out. We have landed in 1 territory, so we'll quickly pin either way and hopefully push on. Right, we've made a landing, which is good. So we'll delete them because they are definitely not landing in Portsmouth. We want this whole stack here over. And we'll also get the panzers over as well. So the armour should mean they shouldn't get pushed back. And we will set up another naval invasion because the Brits are going to try and push us out like a bad wart. 1 more day. They are severely trying to push us. This naval invasion is not going well. It's almost like I haven't been paying attention and researching our army focuses. Right, Hull, there we go. Hull's done, so we have got another big landing. This is good. This should mean they quickly funnel troops to the north and stop trying to push us out the south, which isn't going too well. Quickly push out and make a bigger front line. They are quickly mobilising and trying to push us out here, but we have got the rest. I assume this has been pushed out from port, so 5 battleships gone. We did just miss Hood. I mean, it's got 2% strength and 7% org. We almost crushed Hood. That must be basically being paddled away like a lilo. If we can catch up with Hood. Oh, we have. I mean, literally a pea shooter is going to go through Hood. If you threw a wet napkin at it, it would probably sink it. This is where it retreats and I look like a fool. No, we did get Hood. Hood is done. That is basically the Royal Navy absolutely imploded. Everything else mopped up. 3 more battleships as well. We'll knock out their screens and this will be very devastating for them. 121. They've got 3 battleships and a carrier left. So we should hopefully meet a bit of that. It might be out in the Pacific. We did obviously push them out of Portsmouth, I assume, so that big stack. Oh, I think that means America's about to join, and we are nowhere near defeating the UK. They are really, really resisting us. Oh, America's joined. Okay, I failed. I mean, I haven't really failed. I did Plan Z, but we failed doing it before America. Another carrier and battleship. One of them was the pride of the fleet. So they're down to 35 ships. No carriers, just 1 battleship. That could be out in the Pacific. It could be anywhere, to be fair. I'm, meanwhile, absolutely ballsing up this invasion of Britain. Almost like I have no research in infantry. There's a few... Oh, the Americans are also getting picked up. Oh, we have smashed our way through an American fleet there as well, which I suppose is a bonus for them joining in. Finally, they have basically run out of equipment from force attacking me, so we've just rolled them back like an old carpet, and we'll crush them there. And there goes Britain. Sea Lion is a success. It only took us, like, you know, nearly a year and a lot of fighting more. But we did crush a lot of navy as well. Oh, another Pride of the Fleet battlecruiser. I would assume that Britain has nothing left. 13 subs. They have 13 subs remaining. If that isn't a complete destruction of the Royal Navy, I don't know what is. So we lost 1 light cruiser and about 18 destroyers, I think, which isn't bad going for the whole of the Royal Navy. 135 ships to 673. We got 11 carriers there, 16 heavy ships there. This year we have done another 5 carriers and another 2 heavy ships. Not bad going at all for a light cruiser and a few destroyers. And that's where we will leave it, guys. We took Admiral Raeder's plan. We completed Plan Z, destroyed the Royal Navy and a bit of the Americans, and completed Sea Lion. So it is possible to do Plan Z and not just cheese it by making ships that have nothing on it as just a transport. We have made a full-on fleet of 10 battleships, 4 carriers, 3 battle cruisers, 20 heavy cruisers, 20 light cruisers, and 100 destroyers, all of which are capable fighting ships. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. Shout out to our members for always supporting the channel. Let me know down in the comments what you want me to do next, and peace out.